And now on Asinine TV, it's that time of the week again where we ask the hard-hitting questions and always get the hard-hitting answers, whether we like them or not. It's time for Asinine Question Time.
Hello and welcome to Asinine Question Time. Joining us on the panel tonight, gay rights activist Stephen Willytickle, disgraced Archbishop Father Ben Dover, and ex-London Gangster Big Nose Bob. OK, let's start of tonight's show with the big question on everyone's mind. Should gay people? Turning to you first, Stephen, your thoughts.
What does that even mean? Should gay people what?
Exactly that. Should gay people?
Well, yes, of course, gay people should. Why shouldn't they? And don't call me Stephen. I've changed my name. Stephen is my dead name. From now on, I would like to be referred to as Stardust. Stardust Willytickle.
OK, sorry about that, Steve. I mean Stardirt.
Dust. Stardust, not dirt. Who would change their name to Dirt? That would just be stupid.
Sorry about that, you're right, it would be stupid. Could you imagine changing your first name to Dirt with a surname like Willytickle? You'd end up with a silly nickname such as Dirty Willy Tickler, or something just as outrageous.
What? Don't you think I've heard all this before? How do you think I feel I'm continuously being called names and taken fun of over my surname? I don't even get the joke. What's funny about Willy Tickle? I mean, look at Big Nose Bob. What's that all about? That's a stranger name than mine. Plus, his nose isn't even that big.
I don't know, looks pretty big to me.
I've seen bigger.
I bet you have.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I was just referring to the fact that I agreed with your statement of seeing bigger noses. I wasn't insinuating anything towards your homosexual lifestyle, if that's what you're thinking.
Good, because it was sounding like you meant I've seen a lot of dicks.
Guys, I think we're getting a little sidetracked. Let's try and stay on topic. As you've just chimed in, Father Dover, allow me to refocus the conversation and ask you the same question. Should gay people?
Well, no, sorry, but I think gay people shouldn't. I mean, they always want to, don't they? And just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, so no, I don't think they should.
And who are you exactly? Telling me if I should or shouldn't. No one gets to dictate to me what I shouldn't be doing. Gay people should be doing whatever they want to be doing.
Yes, but it's not a question of want, it's a question of should. And should you? Just because you can.
He's got a point there, Stardust. Take, for example, that you've just requested for us to refer to you as Stardust, even though you're clearly an overweight, middle-aged man who should know better, and whose real name, as we all know, is actually Steve.
Did you just call me fat?
Should you have the right to make us by law play along with whatever fairy tale lifestyle you've made up for yourself this week without fear of incarceration or being labelled a homophobe or transphobic? The question really is, should gay people?
Just for the record, I'm not overweight. Over average maybe, but definitely not fat.
Turning to you, Big Nose Bob, where do you stand? The gays, should or shouldn't?
Well, to be honest, I don't mind. I'm in the middle. Should the gays decide they should, then what say do we really have? My house is already filled with gay pride rainbows, thanks to my politically correct virtue signalling girlfriend.
Interesting. Tell us more about that.
Last week I went to take a shit, and when I went to wipe my ass, I noticed that even our toilet paper was LGBTQ themed. Every sheet had a small gay pride flag printed on it, with a different affirmative action slogan on each sheet.
Wiping your shitty arse with gay pride flags. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Shut up and let me finish.
Sorry, please don't kill me.
Now I love my girlfriend to death, but I think there's a time and a place for everything. Being force-educated on what the gay community currently considers acceptable language while I'm taking a shit is definitely not the time nor place.
How do you treat them? The gays, I mean, when you talk to one.
It's a community I never interact with. I don't know any gay people. More to the point, neither does my girlfriend. So God only knows the reason for filling my house up with this rainbow-covered crap.
Yes, I quite agree. Did you know that for Gay Pride Month this year, the church sent me a special rainbow-covered gay pride robe to wear during Holy Communion every Sunday for the entire month? I contacted head office and was informed they'd been sent direct from the Pope himself to every parish in England. Apparently it has something to do with the Pope wanting to boost his ESG score, whatever that means.
OK. So now that everyone's had their say, let's tally the answers. Steve, Stardust is saying gays should, while Father Ben Dover and Big Nose Bob are both in agreement, gays most certainly should not.
Father Ben Dover and Big Nose Bob, you're just a pair of transphobic homophobes. No one gives a shit what you two think anyway.
Well, I hope that's cleared that one up for everyone listening at home. The next time you are asked the question, should gays, You'll know what to say. And now it's time for caller questions, where we ask the general public to call in and ask our panel a question.
Oh, do we have to do this?
First up, we've got Sue calling from Sandy Balls here in the UK.
Oh, for feck's sake.
Over to you, Sue. What's your question?
Hi guys, Sue here. Thanks for having me on. My question is for Stardust Willy Tickle. If your last name caused you so much trouble whilst growing up, why didn't you change it like you did with your first name?
That's a great question, Sue. Stardust?
I did change it. I changed it to Willy Tickle.
Wait, what? You changed your surname to Willy Tickle on purpose?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, of course, seriously.
But why?
I'm a gay man. How was I supposed to get embraced by the LGBTQ community and gain true oppressed victimhood status without doing something to make people look at me? How could anyone become a gay rights activist with a name like Stephen Smith?
So you're basically saying you changed your name on purpose to attract more attention to yourself for the sole reason of being able to complain about it?
Yes. Thank you, Sue. Sue understands. She knows where I'm at. It's all about how a person sees me and sees how special I am, not you, but me.
Well, after hearing that, it sounds like you deserve everything you get.
Oh, thank you, Sue. That's so kind of you to say. I hope I get everything I deserve, too.
That's not how I meant it, you moron. You really are a complete and utter fuck.
Okay, thank you, Sue, from Sandy Balls. Genuinely a great question. We learnt a lot from that one. Moving on to caller number 2, direct from sunny Brighton. We have Roy, the therapist. What deep-thinking, mind-boggling question must Roy have for us?
He better not ask me anything.
I'm looking forward to this one. We've never had a therapist call in to the show before.
Rapist.
What?
I'm a rapist, not a therapist.
Yes, I read it wrong. Roy the rapist. Not Roy the therapist. Sorry about that, Roy. Bit of an anti-climax, though, there for us, as we were expecting a highly educated therapist to ask us some life-changing questions.
Sorry, no, just me the rapist. I like to think of myself as a deep thinker, but nothing close to a licensed therapist, sorry to say.
Not to worry, Roy. We don't discriminate here. Whatever you get up to behind closed doors in your own home, or in your case someone else's home, is entirely your business.
Was that a joke? Highly inappropriate.
No one's going to judge you here.
I might.
What's your question?
Well, my question is actually for Father Dover.
Great, thank Christ he don't want to talk to me.
Go ahead, Roy.
Hello, Father. Roy the rapist speaking. I was just curious, but when you were introduced at the beginning of the show, you were referred to as Disgraced Archbishop, Father Ben Dover. Would you mind if I asked why disgraced? What did you do? Nothing as bad as me, I hope.
Again, another great question. Now, I was going to explain this one a little later on in the show, but now our new buddy Roy has brought it up in a question. Let's find out why, straight from the horse's mouth.
This should be good. Let's hear the pervy little bishop talk his way out of this one.
Well, Roy, it was actually all due to a misunderstanding between me and a small group of choir boys, which I had volunteered to assist in conducting for the upcoming Christmas nativity play. However, through no fault of my own, when I introduced myself to the boys, they mistook what I was saying and thought I was telling them to bend over, a complete misunderstanding. I was saying my name is Bend Over, not bend over, but unfortunately one of the boys told his parents. So one thing led to another. It all spiraled out of control. Blah, blah, blah. I served 2 years, and now I'm here. What else do you need to know?
Oh my God, seriously. That's the reason you're disgraced. I didn't know that. I thought it was because you got caught gambling, playing the lotto, not because you went to prison for sexual misconduct.
Like I said, it was all a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, right. A misunderstanding served with a 2-year sentence. Last time I had a misunderstanding, I did 6 years. Give me a break. You're as bent as they come. Just an ex-con masquerading as a member of the church. Using it as cover to act all righteous. As you get up to all kinds of no good, you disgust me. I knew something was off about you.
Well, Roy, I hope that answered your question, shocking as it was.
Well, honestly, I can't say it shocked me. I mean, he is a priest after all. I guess looking on the funny side, I did say, I hope nothing as bad as me. Turns out he's probably worse.
Bloody hell, Jesus Christ. I keep telling you all, it was a misunderstanding.
Oh, very nice. We've got a blaspheming bishop on the show.
Moving on swiftly, as I'm sensing some rising emotions within the panel, so not wanting to rock the boat, let's move on to the final round. Taboo questions. In this round, we ask the panel a hard-hitting question, so serious some may even consider it taboo, hence the title, Taboo Questions. On last week's show, we asked our panel the question, what is a woman? And due to popular viewer demand, we thought we'd follow up on that by asking a similar question. What is a potato?
Easy. Even I know this. It's a spud.
Oh, really? You think it's a spud, do you?
Yeah, you dice them up and make chips.
Well, you can't dice me up and make chips out of me, can you?
What? No, of course not. Why?
Well, I didn't want to break the news publicly like this in front of all the cameras and the millions of potential viewers with online social media accounts because, as you know, I like to keep a low profile, but 5 minutes ago I changed my gender to potato.
Oh, for fuck's sake, why am I here?
I find myself once again siding with Big Nose Bob. He seems to have a nose for this type of thing, no pun intended. But I don't believe you're actually a potato. I've seen potatoes before, and you don't look like a potato.
So what exactly are you saying? That just because I wasn't born a spud, I can't be a potato? I can be whatever I want to be. You're all Trump-supporting potato-phobes.
Whoa there, let's not make this political.
What sort of question is that? What is a potato?
I think you're once again making it even more complicated than it actually is.
He's right. You're doing it again. You're getting all pissy over a simple question. If you don't like our answers, answer it yourself. What is a potato?
Even asking me that question has violated my safe space, so I refuse to answer.
Oi, you said the exact same thing last week when asked what is a woman.
This is over. I'm going.
Good.
Well, on that note, and sticking to tradition with a guest having got up and left, it means we've come to the end of the show. Just time to thank today's guests, Father Bendover, Big Nose Bob, and the ever-elusive Steve, aka Stardust. And of course, a big thank you to all the viewers. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, until next time, if you're not sure, always ask first. #MeToo. Good night.